There's this one thing in business that if you have this, there's no way that you can lose. And in reality, this may be the only way to guarantee success. And that is exactly what I'm going to be talking about in this YouTube video. So my name is Jorge Mateo. I am founder of Canine Conversions, the go-to agency to scale your dog training business. I'm here to get you more evals, get you more clients, increase your revenue, and make an impact in your community. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is where we talk about how to grow your dog training business, how to get more leads, how to get more evals, how to close those evals, get more revenue, and of course, make an impact in your community. And if you're already a subscriber, then welcome back to another banger. So, in my opinion, okay, the number one thing that you need to have in your business, no matter what business you're running, is a good mindset. And this is something that a lot of people do not talk about. And this is something that a lot of people miss, because at the end of the day, something that no matter what happens, nobody can take your mindset away. No one. All right. So let me explain. When I first started my very first, business, this was like years ago. That was the first time that I ever, made that much money. Right. I've never seen that kind of money before. And I grew up from like a low income family. We always struggle financially. So that was the first time making like $25,000, $30,000 a month. Like, this is crazy, right? But something happened and I lost everything. I went from 1 month making $30,000 a month take home, okay, to making zero, right? I had to start all over. But here's the thing. The reason why I'm here and why I'm, where I'm at and why I'm able to do what I'm doing is because, when shit got tough, I had the right mindset. Okay. I've always worked on my mind. I've always worked on self-development, and no matter what, that's the more thing that I prioritize every single day. It's like every single day, non-negotiable, I listen to some sort of self-development and I work on my mind, because I know how important that is. I've already been in the situation where I've lost everything, and there's so many people that had lost everything right with me, yet they didn't start all over. They just quit. They went back home. They did a lot of things, but continue working on themselves. And now fast forward to the future, I'm the only one that has made it again, because everyone else had to quit and they didn't have the right proper mindset. And I've seen this so many times in business where, those who have the right mindset always end up winning. If you've listened to my YouTube videos, I do them in my office, and I wanted to change things up a little. I just came from, I'm recording a lot of ads, I'm recording content. I'm like, let me make a YouTube video while I'm walking, because again, I'm someone who, not only works on my mind, but I also work on my health. So, this is my way of, exercising. Yes, I play soccer. Yes, I run. But, today I was like, let me make some videos while I'm like walking. Okay. But yeah, going back to what I said, your mind is the most important thing. So Jorge, how do you even work on your mind, right? Like, what do you even do? So one of the things that I strongly encourage every single one of you guys is that, no matter if it's YouTube, no matter if it's like, if I tell all my clients that in our school community, there's a bunch of content right there that really helps them with their mindset, everything, right? That's what they listen to, right? And that's the most important thing. It's like, no matter whatever happens, okay, the one thing that nobody can take away from you is your mind. Because if you have the right mind, that you're going to continue to make it. That, as long as you can continue to work on yourself and you continue to do what you're doing, that you're going to get there. You may not know when, you may not know how exactly, but you will get there. All right. A broke mindset, someone who, just gives up and, and blames the whole world because things are not going their way. You think Elon Musk is where he's at? No, he's at because of his mind. He knew that he was going to make this. How many times have they exploded until they consistently started, working how they're supposed to? Same thing with like everything that he's doing with SpaceX. Same thing was going to Tesla. Like, he's a perfect example of, having the proper mindset and continue to push forward when things doesn't seem right. And you know what? We're all in the game of business. All right. We're all in the game of business. Things will get tough. All right. If you think that, business will always be easy, then you're probably not playing hard enough. You're probably not, getting out of your comfort zone, or it just hasn't happened yet, but it will. And one of the things I do want to make sure that everyone here understands is that you have the right mindset. I hope it doesn't happen to you guys, but I just want to make sure that everyone's prepared, and I don't want you guys, to quit, because I've seen so many people quit because they didn't have a right mindset. But yet I've seen others, few people continue and move forward and go way past that what they ever imagined, simply because of having the right mindset. So I definitely do encourage every single one of you, at least 30 minutes a day, just listen to some sort of self-development, continue to work on your mind, because at the end of the day, it's like, that's what really keeps you, moving forward. So here's a few tips that I do. Okay, so I honestly pay for the YouTube Premium, and the reason why is because I'm able to run, I'm able to walk without any ads, or simply just able to listen while my phone is on lock mode. And for me, that's a game changer. And I listen a lot to a lot of people, so it's like I would pick like 3 top people that I'll be listening to, and I'll just study them. One of them is Mike Barron, another one is Jeremy Haynes, and then another one is Alex Hormozi. And those are the main 3 people that I really just, listen to and just feed my mind with information every day, non-negotiable. I do it. There's something called net development. And what net development is pretty much just, listening to all these, content and information that will help your business and your mind while multitasking. So if you're walking your dog, if you're going out for a walk, like for example, I'm not here out going for a walk, but it's like when I go run, or when I'm going to the gym, or if I'm driving to somewhere, I'm listening to self-development. I'm working on my mind, because that, at the end of the day, is the most important thing. And I'm going to continue to emphasize it. And a lot of people really don't talk about it as much as they should. People look at it as like a boring subject, or a subject that is not as important as like the technical stuff, right? But it all starts there. It's all the foundation. It's all, that's how you really win, because without the right mindset, you're gonna, when things get tough, you're gonna quit, or you're not, or you're gonna take a long time to just bounce back up, and at the end of the day, it's like, it's not how many times you get down, it's like really how fast you can get up once you get down. And that is what the mindset is at, because there's few people. There's one person that would, the poorest of the poorest mindsets possible is someone who tries and then they failed once and then they just never tried again and they just quit, right? There's a second person that once they fall, they let it affect them. They eventually do get up, but it takes them a while to get them up. The point where we want to be is at a point where anytime life puts us down, we immediately just get back up. It's all about how fast you can get up. It's not about, if you can get up, it's how fast can you bounce back of all that, and it all starts with the mind. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're already a subscriber, then appreciate the support. If you're not, then just subscribe to the channel. I'll really appreciate that. And then, again, if you're a dog trainer or business owner who wants more clients, wants more leads, then, right below this video, we have some links for you to schedule your free transformation session. Or if you want to join a community, we have a free community of dog trainers where we help them, create some ads. And then we also do have another paid program, $47 a month, a little smaller investment, but you get to be in the room with other dog trainers, and you also get to, see how we launch the ads for a lot of these without really needing a fancy website or any funnels or anything like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Continue to work on yourself, continue to crush in your business, and I will see you in the next episode. Ciao.